Welcome everyone to your little castle show, a special show today. We're going to show you the install, some of the hardware that goes into what we do when we put together a studio. And with that, we're going to show you our most recent investment. I've got the actual bill all right here, and $2,500 total, $2,586, an i9, 64 gigs, 4 terabytes, and a big thing is a 16 gigabyte video card. But one thing I bought on my own is this capture card that you'll see here. This allows us to capture the 4 different, I'll zoom this in, the 4 different inputs from our cameras. And so you want to be able to capture video into the computer, and you do that with this card here. So this was about a $500 investment on its own. So we're spending about $3,000 here, which is something we can recoup pretty quickly with given the production we've got and the resources and the demand for our services to highlight leaders in the community. So with that, we're going to go back and forth between our slider here. I'll go ahead and I'm going to pull out from behind the table here our latest investment here. And this is a super duper power PC. And the last thing I want to do is drop this, right? So here it is. Let's see if it's got a better angle. We can see this. Yeah, you can see here it is. I'm going to lay it down sideways. We've actually already cracked the lid. I'll show you what came out of the box already. It's all the licensing and the hardware for the different parts we've got that came along with it, obviously. So you can see here we've got all of our Windows and our Intel chip and all of the stuff related to the hardware. And the only peripherals that came with it, this is kind of an antenna, looks like, for some kind of wireless. And then we'll find out about that. And then this is the brand new HDMI. See, it's got one corner of that is cut a little differently. And so the normal old style HDMI right here. Power cable, everybody knows what a power cable looks like, and we're going to use a screwdriver to do the work here. So with that, let's go ahead and go to our wide shot, and I'm going to lay this down on its side. Our table here is pretty substantial. This is all from JB Technologies. You can see there's John. John just greeted me at the door and actually handed me the PC that I'm pulling out here, and we're very excited. We've been working with John for 20-something years. JB Tech, jbtech.com. You can see their website is up there, and Your Little Castle, Your Local Leaders website is on the other wall behind me. I'm gonna go ahead and put John's wall up there to check that out. But yeah, there's John and JB Technologies. But these guys have built many PCs for me. They did build with such high quality PCs. This PC we've got right now is something we haven't had to replace. We still got the one that's still working. It could probably go for a couple more years. But I figured, hey, it'd be a good investment to have something. But if one went down, we'd have a backup to that. And they were both building tandem at the same time. I think these are i5s, or maybe i3s. Anyway, this is an i9 now. And this is a super power PC, I like to imagine. Just because it's got about 4 times more video. We've got 4 times more RAM. And let's have to carefully pull this out of our case here. There it is. Nice box. And with that, there it is. There's and this is the Be Quiet PC box case they give you for that. And with that, we're going to go ahead and pull off the styrofoam packing very carefully here. I've got that set now. So this is the bottom of the PC over here. I'm going to go ahead and take my titles off there, so you can see a little bit more what's going on here. But as we continue, the last PC is still going. It's 5 or 6 years old. It was 2018, 2024. So yeah, going into 7 years, because we used it during 18 and we used it during 24. About 7 years that those 2 PCs have worked. I did have an issue. I spilled something on one PC, ended up in a study area, and I had a drink. And the drink fell on it. He said, yeah, you wiped out that video card. He got me another video card. The whole PC worked besides that. But there we go, everybody. Pretty cool. This is the new super power case. It looks great, doesn't it? And you can see there's the front. Here's all of our ports and everything on the back. And we'll go ahead and get a little bit closer shot here with our slider cam. As you can see it coming by here. We've got that set up. But yeah, look at all the ports we got there. Plenty of space. We're going to be filling one of these slots down here with this PCI card we've got. That's going to help us to upgrade this machine right away. Basic upgrade that we needed to do. Previously, we've had 4 capture cards, external capture port. They plug into USB and then go into the computer. But this should be more efficient. This one's made by Blackmagic, and they're probably the premier name with regard to video production as it stands right now. We've got a few of their devices and cameras and fun stuff we've used. So I'm using a capture card right now. So we're popping off this ceramic covering. Got a little pile of stuff we're putting aside there. And should put our phone on silence here. But that's this is our little case, so take a look at that. But this little drive we've got here, or I'm sorry, capture card, does a great job, and it'll help capture all of our video from 4 different cameras. So we're gonna update that. Let me turn off the camera. There we go. No audio, but check that out. All right, so we're gonna pull this out here of our case. It's still pretty well sealed. There it is. And DaVinci Resolve, we get the video editing suite that comes with it. It's another license we'll gain for that. Here's the actual card itself. And you can see it's just got 4 standard HDMI cords. They'll come right out of the cameras. They're all scrolling and around us. So we got 4 of them right now. We got a 5th one that'll still go in straight to the device with going in as a USB 3. So with that, there we go. Somebody just saying thanks to us for some work. It's got a little fan on there too. If you see, there's the other side of it too. But here, this case, it looks like pretty easy to get into. We're going to come in from, I'm going to show you guys. Come in from this side. I'm going to switch us over to host cam and see if I'm actually going to touch that camera down a little bit, but actually let's go to guest cam. There we go. Yeah, that can show what we got going on there. But as you'll see, we're going to pull off these. I did bring a screwdriver because you can get these started at least many times. And there you can see, so this is our hand screw boy, and then that's going to loose. One device, one piece of equipment we need. So we don't want to drag this around too much. We're going to shake our case apart. But with that, pulling this off. It should now, yeah. I don't want to go too far, but those hang still. So there we are. We're pulling this off. And I'm going to flip it around now so you guys can see the innards of our case. Okay, and it looks like, yeah, this is the back side of it. We're going to flip it around. We're actually going to take off the other side. So here's where we have access to everything on this side. So we do the same thing now. We didn't need to take that case off. I'm looking at the back here. Is it closer to that side? It looks like we actually opened up from the other side. So give you that view there. We're going to take this and pop it back on. We used to build Microsoft Exchange servers for Anheuser-Busch. They were usually compact HP devices. So I was interested in a printer company, ended up buying out a PC company, right? Make sure these are lined up correctly. Good. Yeah, that one there. So okay, now we got those and we got them tied into where they're not popping. All right, back over to this side now. This is where we want to show you more. can see our camera view is going over here a little bit more, so let's move it down. Let's take these off. We've got them loosened where now we can hand tighten or loosen them. And we go just as far as you can. Just lip on the edge there. And there it is. So here's inside of our case now. And now that you can see what we've got here, we're already getting a little bit of our sweat on the devices here. But yeah, so we're going to pull out one of these. You should be able to see. I'm going to grab our, let's do the little zoom in here. And I've got my tilt box. Give me 1 second here. But what we're looking to do here is allow for our, again, a capture card to gain cool. So we've got our remote controls. We can right up above, shooting above a television. But as you can see here, back over here, I'm going to go up a little bit more. But yeah, you can see now these slots. There you have here. I'm going to actually prop up that camera just a little bit higher. There we go. And so now a good angled shot into our PC and our case. So with that, to allow us to, we just need one. Yeah, you can see that pretty well. One of our PCI, there's one, now let's take match these up. Yeah, it's not that one, it's going to be this furthest down. There is a slot that matches the ports that we have there. So that's going to be this one here. It looks like, so you can see that. Grab that screw before it goes willy-nilly on me. And pull out, all right, our little plate. So we got, this is the plate that was in there before. You can see that pretty well right there. And so here we go in through here. You can see that matches up nicely. Cool. Just like that, it's in place. You can see it there. Let me just take this screw, put it back on. Tighten it up. And our card has now been installed. Okay, so with that, pull off everything we don't need. We're going to go ahead and put the case back on. Pretty easy. And easy for me to say. I don't know. There it starts up pretty close. There we go. And we just screw these back on in position. I'll show you. See how that fits nicely. But just to give you a better shot at how we're gonna put these on. You can see those now. There we go, just tight enough. Let's screw it down here. I'll lean this back a little bit so you can see it. Screws line up. It's almost tightened. There it is. All right, so there's our two side case door screws that have been tightened up. So now we're going to go ahead and show what we've got here. All right. Check this out. All decked out, ready to go now. Thank you to JB Technologies, and we're excited to have this PC ready to go. I'm going to put the wide cam up, and there it is, JB Technologies. So the next time you see this PC, you probably won't see it, but you'll see it in use, because we're going to plug in all 4 of the cameras we've got here into our capture card there, and then plug in all of our other external devices. We've got microphones and keyboards and mice and internet, so that's pretty much what we've got. All right, everybody, stay tuned for more. We'll show you how this goes after we got it set up. And just like that, we're back with our new PC installed. It took a little configuration. Had to do some quick research. I'm like, why did the Stream Deck? With our Stream Deck here, I'll show this for everybody. We'll press the button that gets me that tighter. There it is. This little thing, I've got it upside down. It actually goes like that. But this little thing allows me to change. Let's see, I'm going to go to camera number 2. There you go, see? And then camera number 3. That's the wide, and then go camera back to 2, and then guest camera, and then the camera only. That one's only on the guest, and then here, this is the one back to me. And then I can change the titles to come up on the screen, and we do all that with this thing. But this had to be reprogrammed. At first, it didn't show up at all, but I figured out we had to add the plug-in, so this thing identifies with our software that allows us to produce. And once that was put on, all the buttons showed up. I just had to reset them. There's 15 or so buttons that we had to reconfigure. So let's go back out to our slider shot. We like that one a lot, but it does allow us now to control everything. So what we did is put in a new PC. We had to take out one slot. Go back to here. One slot is empty now that we filled with our PCI adapter card slot. That with this, here it is, Deck Link Quad HDMI recorder. It is no longer in here. They gave us some more. They gave us stickers, I think, too. They want us to promote for them a little bit here too. So yeah, Black Magic. See what that makes that. They make a lot of good stuff. Recommended by a buddy of mine who introduced me to all kinds of famous musicians. Probably the most famous new musician right now in St. Louis. He just recently performed. It was in the news for good stuff he's doing in the community. But what this allowed us to do is remove these 3 CamLink 4s. These are 4K. There's 3 of these are plugged into a USB. I'll show you what it's plugged into. I've got it all over here still as we're. There we go. Oops. There we. Yeah. So we were plugged into all 3 of these. Were plugged in here, and then they go out to the HDMI, and we had all of those in going. It's kind of a cumbersome, but it worked great. I mean, it's actually the way you can do it. So we replaced those with the one Blackmagic quad recorder, and we also had a 4th one that we pulled in with this. We originally have another like credit card looking, wallet looking thing that we found. It actually we use it in 2 different locations because it helps us to import our VHS tapes. Somebody remember the VHS tapes? I pulled a tape in and said, let's throw this one in my mom gave me. It's when my mom had the theater named after her, and John Goodman flew in town to do that award and hold up. So that was a great video to convert from the old VHS tape. So we could do that kind of stuff too. That's not what we're all doing here most of the time. We're producing little TV shows if everybody gets a half hour. So right now, only thing we're waiting on, I talked to John, the owner of JB Tech, who did a great job building another powerful PC for us. There are these square plug. They're actually on the back here. If I can get this, I can. Let's go to the which one we got. I think it's that. Nope, not that one. But I can zoom in on that one. All right, it's way zoomed in now. Yeah, see this? Look at that. Will it let us focus on that? Yeah. See how that's got that square corner over here? Not just like a regular HDMI. It's like a regular HDMI over here, but it's got kind of a square finish right there. So in this one he gave us has the old school HDMI, and we have a cable that allowed for that, but the new video card, we've got 16 gigs, had one of those plugs, so we use that one. We didn't have, I got another one of these wires somewhere. We went to Amazon, we ordered 3 more of the cables that take it back from, and go back over here, from this, ooh, gotta zoom in there, yeah, and then plug it into a regular HDMI, which is what you see here on the back of that. Come on, camera guy. Yeah, there you go. And that's your standard HDMI. See, that's got no corner blocked off. I'll hold these up next to each other. And so you can see that? Yeah, see, one's got the square block corner and the other one's got an angle. And it's actually not even the same angle. But we got to get one that converts from that to the other. And then we go out to our TVs. We got the cameras all coming with that standard HDMI, but these new video cards have this cool adapter. Anyway, we got to get a couple. John had an extra one. I was going to drive up there, but I need two, and actually we need three. We're one out of the onboard video, one going on for it's got that old school HDMI, and then two more we're going to go from that square HDMI to the standard HDMI. But that allows it. Now we're set. Look at this. It looks great. Then this the benefit for this PC. Once we get those two. And it'll just allow us to output to this TV on the wall. That's a TV on the far right of us. It's a TV wall. And it already goes out here with one of them. And then we've got one TV here we're managing everything with. And we have a fourth TV that lets guests see what notes they've taken, etc. They can put those up there. So that allows us to do it all. So we're super excited. This PC is rocking. The audio is crystal clear. It's almost picking up anything. So we might have to adjust some of our wires that are, there we go. Yeah. Uh-oh, did I? Well, no, I just knocked out my audio altogether. Yeah, okay. But yeah, just a little background noise there. You won't hardly notice that as most of the time we'll be talking. But we'll address that as we continue. So there it is, everybody. Installation of the new PC is almost complete other than those two cables. But it allows us to now, we can do more mobile stuff with these. It makes it easy for laptops. We'll plug it into this. This is that USB, and it takes one USB and ports it out to four, and pretty much everything we need. So pretty easy transition. Had to move the software over. Had to get some configuration files because we've got these shortcuts for these buttons and all of what we can do. So I can even go over here and I can turn off the audio. You couldn't hear me because I've got a quick short key to turn off the audio. I've got the let me see, I've got a music. Let me see. Okay, we might have to wire that one. Here we go. No. Okay, we still got a couple of our buttons to connect, but those are not as necessary. The audio on off is, but the important one is going when I hit the credits. And so I'm going to go out to the wide angle shot and show me here as our guest and say, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again soon. And just got some generic credits that we put out there for everybody. Here we go.